Really feeling lazy, not wanting to run. But I've got about 28 days until the 50K, so gotta get out there. Okay, so the goal for today for training is to run around this mountain at least one time, ideally 2 times, and to do those 2 times in less than 5 hours, because that is the requirement for the first lap of the race of 25 kilometers. And to go around that mountain twice is 25 kilometers. Also, going around that mountain is part of the official trail. So anyway, I'm gonna keep running. All right, so definitely a good time for a little walking break here. Forgot to mention, it's about 2,000 feet of vertical gain if I do the whole 15 miles, 1,000 feet if I just do the 1 lap. But right now, 3.22 miles. It's been 50 minutes. So, yeah, it's not a bad pace. I'd ideally like to have that maybe a little bit faster. Although, what I'm going to try to do during the actual race is have a faster second lap than first lap. I just don't know how that's going to work again with the time limits being 5 hours for the first lap, 10 hours for the second lap. And I'm all in all a very slow person. You know, I haven't been pursuing anything athletic, anything related to physical fitness up until the last couple of years, and I was a 2-pack-a-day smoker for over 2 decades. So, you know, if I can get, I feel like if I can average 3 to 4 miles an hour for the whole thing, that'll be pretty good, and it'll allow me to finish within qualifying time. So that's really the goal. You know, if I can do better than that, fantastic. But the main goal is to finish the thing, and you know, not to have to disqualify myself because of injury or, you know, too much pain, not having enough resilience, whatever the case may be. So that's going to be kind of a critical aspect of training as well, is to make sure I don't hurt myself leading up to the thing. Because again, I got to cram as much training as possible in the next couple of weeks, because I do need to kind of do a little rest and recovery taper session right before the race. Anyway, I'm rambling. I should probably be running. Alright, so it's going to be a tough push here. We're at 1:39 and 6 miles, so about a mile and a half left, about 20 minutes to do it in. I just kind of pinged my heart rate on an uphill section, so trying to get back to a little bit of a more even keel before I make this final push. But yeah, it's looking like just going to do the 1 lap. I got a good idea on how I want to set things up. I work tomorrow, and as I've said, my job involves about 15,000 steps a day outside. I deliver packages for one of the giant companies, and so it's a pretty, you know, I mean, it's a good job as far as getting some physical activity, and that's something I want to do with just completely horrible sore legs. It's definitely something I can push through if it's race day, but it's not. So anyway, keep going, wrap things up. All right, so got done 1 hour 58 minutes. So that's my official best time. Unofficially, I think I did like 1:55 once, but I don't know what was in me that day. I was cruising. Normally I'm around like 2 hours and 20 minutes. So I was good. And from that standpoint, I'll put the stats up I'll edit them in. But looks like it was overreaching from an aerobic perspective. I got some good improvement from the anaerobic perspective. Ultimately, I feel pretty good. The run was, I probably could have got a second lap in if I would have planned this a little bit better. One, I didn't bring any snacks whatsoever, and I am very hungry. My watch says I burned 1,400 calories. But what I think I need to do, especially because I work tomorrow and I don't, I'm in some pain, but it's pain I could push through. I definitely would push through if this was race day, when I have off a couple days after. But because I have to work, because I have a physically demanding job, I don't want to push myself too hard. Again, also because I don't have snacks, I'm running a little bit low on hydration. So I'm off Wednesday and Thursday, meaning on Wednesday, I'm going to try the same thing, only I will set my car up to be a little bit of a aid station. So I have some water in it, have some electrolytes, have some food, and that way I can take my first lap, stop here for a little bit, recharge my batteries, go out, do the second lap, see how I do. Ultimately, my thinking was, if I can get the first lap done in 2 hours and still feel pretty good, I should be able to get a second lap in 3 hours or less. And ultimately, I do feel like that's the case. You've got some really nice kind of gradual downhill sections, some really nice fast sections, especially the direction that we're going to be going for the race, which is counterclockwise around the mountain. So the initial first push around the mountain, which you'll see on my splits a little bit, unfortunately my watch isn't tracking vertical gain, but you'll be able to kind of tell where the climb was based on the times. But the first push, you start a little bit fast for maybe the first half mile, and then you start a gradual incline until you get to probably the highest point. It's kind of this saddle between two summits. Anyway, I'm rambling. I am so glad I got out here and went running today. I really, really needed to do this, regardless of the race, just for mental health, clearing my head. Even had a couple strangers randomly cheering me on. It's fun getting out there, getting run. So losing my train of thought here, but getting sweat in the eyes, good googly. I think that's a good cue to end things. I appreciate you stopping by. We'll catch you next time. Keep you updated on things. Leave something in the comment to encourage me, and let me know what you're up to yourself. Peace.